Mac Miller song. Probably be the last one I do for a little bit. This is a really cool song, very well produced. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of noises, a lot of different things. I'm gonna do what's on the record for the most part. I'll add little things, but I'll do the little picking part, and then I'll give you a chord arrangement I came up with if you want to sing and play along to it. And so the first thing we're going to be doing is you can just hold your thumb on that E. Everything's going to be palm muted. And then we're going to do these thirds. And that's what we're picking out of, these thirds. You got the 1 and the 3, comes out of an E major chord, is where we're starting. So we're going to go 13, 14 to 9th on the D. So you got 13 on the G, 14 on the D. Then you go to 9 on the D. And then we're going to go 11 on the G, and then 13 on the D. And after that, we're going to go back to the 9th fret on the D. And after you hit that, you're going to roll your finger down, and you're going to hit the G on 9. And after that, we'll go 9 again on the G, and then we'll go 11 on the D. And then we're going to start going down these thirds. And then we'll go 8, 9, to 7, or 6, 7, into this. Basically, it's a C sharp minor triad. We're just not barring it, and we're leaving the bass out. So you got. And then after that, you're going to go. So it's kind of this E diminished type of thing. The chord out of it is, on its own. George Harrison calls them the naughty chords. The naughty chords, Ringo. And you can choose to play it or not play it. Excuse my dogs barking. Pomeranians, man, all they do is bark, bark, bark. Great dogs, but all they do is bark. All right, so picking part. So then, when the drums kick in, that's when he starts palm muting just the thirds. He quits picking them, and it'll just be okay, so that's the picking part. And then I came up with an arrangement, and you can play everything different ways. There's always different ways. If you know anything about jazz, which I know like not as much as my little pinky nail here about jazz, but I know you can substitute chords for different things at different times. So here's the arrangement I came up with, and then I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, so you may have noticed when I go here, I'm not playing that E diminished chord that he goes to. So we're going to start with E major, then we're going to slide into the 6th fret on that E flat, and you're going to bar on the D, G, and B on the 4th fret, which is basically a B chord with an E flat in the bass, the C sharp minor. Then we're going to walk down B to A. Then we're going to slide back into that B with E flat, back to C sharp minor. And this is where you could go, what is it? But I chose not to do that because if you're going to be singing and playing along, I don't know. I just think it kind of loses some of the groove a little bit when you get into it. So instead of going, you could do that, or you could just go. Spend all day in my head, spring cleaning. Maybe I should wake up instead. Anyway, so that's one way to do it. You can also, after you go from this C sharp minor, instead of doing that, that's just my little take on it. What the chord is actually doing is that E diminished. You have 7 on the A string, you have D on the 8th fret, you have 6th fret on the G string, and then you have the G, the B string on the 8th fret. So you can play it that way, play whatever you want. You can do all sorts of little things. Just have fun, kind of find your own voice. You can do all the single note lines. All sorts of things you can do. There's so many noises going on. You're in E major, so if you want to solo, so just explore things, have fun, turn on the CD, and jam along to it. See you guys.